What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. This is of Man of Steel, released back in 2013, and it's basically the origins of Superman. It's all about those origins and everything, and how what happened with his babies at Krypton and his original parents and then his new parents, what happened to them, and um, keeping the secret identity and how he adjusts to life on Earth, and also then how it's revealed and everything like that. It's almost 10 years old now. It's directed by Zack Snyder. So right off the bat, one of the things you're going to notice coming to watch this movie, and this is there's a sort of a gray blackish tint to it, and you're gonna notice that because it's gonna be pretty noticeable at some points, not always, but it's always there. It's just hard. It's not in scenes, especially scenes where it's just them talking, like a low talking scene. It's gonna be more noticeable rather than it like being rather than like high action scenes. That way you're gonna notice it, but it's always there. And next couple movie reviews I do, I'll talk about that because it's in those as well, because they're also directed by Zack Snyder. So, let me get off the bat and saying, like, the plot of this movie, point of this movie, good points, good ideas, horrible execution. There are just so many inaccuracies that I could talk about in this movie. I could talk about how it just does, how he was made and everything that goes on there. You could talk about like his dads, both are dead, and how the second dad dies and why that was stupid, and you can talk about all sorts of things. But I think the biggest inaccuracy, the biggest thing that enraged me in this movie, it won't enrage all DC fans, but it enraged me. Not necessarily considered a DC fan, but they ranked Kansas football 12th. What? What? I get it was only 2013. I don't even know how good Kansas was in 2013. All I know is they've been a complete shit program pretty much for the last 15 years, so whatever. And they're 13th? What? So stupid. That was the biggest thing that came to my mind. Seeing that on the fucking TV. That was so crazy. Speaking of Kansas, why pick Kansas? Why pick Kansas as the setting for this movie? They do it in the next two movies that I'm going to review as well. And they do it in this one especially. Why Kansas? There's nothing in Kansas. Sorry, anybody that does live in Kansas. There's nothing there. You got the university. That's pretty much it. Your two major cities that are... You have Kansas City's... The relevant parts in Missouri. It's not even in Kansas. But whatever. Kansas just didn't make logical sense. I mean, I guess they needed a reason to kill off the dad, and Kansas gets lots of tornadoes. Said it there. Could have at least said in Oklahoma. They have Oklahoma City. That's better than any city in Kansas. Like that. You could have said it in fucking, I don't know what other states get tornadoes a lot. Tennessee, maybe? Alabama? Nah, probably not Alabama. But yeah, there's other places you could have said this in. More relevant places. Yeah, it's in freaking Kansas. That just pisses me off. You know why? Kansas? That's the best place you could have picked. Whatever. But no, going back to the dad death situation of the tornado. I like that he saved the dog. This dad, though, it may be hard to root for him in that scene because of how ruthless he was. He's like, oh, let all these children die on this bus. Don't do anything to save them. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Come on. You really have to be that cruel and be that stupid? Like, you're supposed to be like this heroic character. You're supposed to be this leader. And you're not. You're wanting people to die just so that yourself can conceal... You can conceal this kid's power. Because it was a kid at the time. The bus scene happened. Why? I don't know. I feel like it was put to good use. Like if the kid Superman had used it for his advantage, um, which he probably wouldn't have because he didn't know many of his powers. Didn't know he could fly. Didn't know he had the laser vision. I don't think. All he really knew is he had super strength and that he could, do all the kind of stuff. At least that's what I can apply because we at least know he can fly, but I didn't know if he can do the other things. But like, at least put it to good use. Like he was putting it to good use, and you just ridiculed for him. And I don't know. That just rubs me the wrong way, and it should rub a lot of other people the wrong way too. So when he does go to die in the tornado, saving the dog, I don't know, pisses me off. There's a few other very obvious things that happen in that scene that make it just so hard to realize that it was tragic. Girl's stuck in the car, and then he pulls her right out. Dog, okay, the dog was pretty believable, scared, and then they let the dog out, and he's all right and everything. And then they got dad dies. Like, how did he even hurt his leg though? Because he got out of his car and he was like limping, he couldn't run. How did he hurt his leg? It wasn't really emphasized that much, and then he just lets the tornado obliterate him instead of letting Clark save him, which I also didn't get. I don't know. I wasn't too mad that he died though, and it was pretty obvious he was going to. So at least that happened and everything. Yeah, I thought the mom was gonna die too, but she didn't. So, and I learned later on in our movie marathon that there's a pretty good reason why she didn't. So we'll get to that in a few later reviews. Now about some acting things. The guy who played Superman, I think he was a really good Superman. Really good character for the Superman. He has the body build, he has the facial expressions, and the hair's good, and the structure and everything. He plays a very good Superman. The problem is he doesn't get a lot of good lines to work with. So he's kind of just getting. He's really got nothing, or he's gotten shit to work with, and he has to work with that to make it good. And he does his best, and you can tell he does his best. So you can give a little respect to that reason, but otherwise, I mean, yeah, the acting was not that great in this movie. Very jank, and that kind of thing. But whatever. It's superhero movie money grab technique. And there's a shitload of other inaccuracies that we could think of here. I mean, it's crazy how many there are, and then the fucking enemy guy in this movie, he's like this fucking. His facial expressions are so funny. It makes it hard for him to be like menacing and stuff like that. And he's like pulling the Dwayne the Rock bullshit, Even better emo to that in the server with Lucas, but I don't know. This movie was jank. It was funny. We had fun watching it. Doesn't mean it was good though. Probably have to give it a 5 out of 10. However, it was not the worst one that I watched in that marathon. You will see that in the next movie review. So if you've ever seen Man of Steel, though, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. I do want to get the Dale Jr. diecast from this movie that he ran at Michigan. I still need to get it. Maybe I will already have it by the time this video goes up, so we'll see. But stay tuned for much more amazing content. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment your thoughts about the movie down below. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.